Hey guys, this is Josh with the Vape Champ. Today I'm bringing you a video on a really important topic. As a lot of you know, last week the FDA released its proposals for the e-cigarette industry and how we would like to regulate them. I've been looking over this stuff for a couple days, and so have a lot of the organizations that you guys know. On the surface, it doesn't look too bad. You know, there's no wording that really is alarming right out the gate, but just like everything else, the devil's in the details. The proposal that they kicked out, one of the big aims is to kind of push out the little guys. You know, there's going to be this huge filing process and fees associated with getting any new tobacco products approved by the FDA, which I don't think they've even done any new tobacco product approvals in the last 20 years. But nonetheless, that's going to be a major drain on the big companies. You know, your smaller mod creators, your smaller juice companies, they're not going to have a team of lawyers and patent clerks basically to be able to go through this entire process. So it's going to force out a lot of guys, and it's going to benefit the big guys that it's always benefited. All the guys making the mist, the Fins, the Blues, those big tobacco companies, those guys aren't going to have any trouble with this stuff, but I promise you, they're celebrating the fact that littler companies are going to have trouble. But anyway, so this whole FDA the proposal, I mean, it's worth reading over if you can understand the wording and things like that, and there is a lot of devastating stuff for e-use vapors in general in it. But CASAA, you guys may know these, that's the consumer advocacy group for smoke-free alternatives. They're kind of the most important group in vaping right now. You need to like their pages, you need to read what they post, you need to repost what they do. And that's what we're doing here. What I have in front of me is the press release that they issued late last week. A lot of good stuff in here. So I'm just gonna read it to you guys and kind of get it, out there. We're doing our part. Here it goes. Wednesday, April 28, 2014. Last week, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration released its long-awaited draft regulations for electronic cigarettes and other low-risk alternatives to smoking. The regulations offered little benefit. According to the Consumer Advocates for Smoke-Free Alternatives Association, CASAA, the leading advocate for the current and future consumers of low-risk alternatives to smoking. However, CASAA believes that should the FDA finalize the rules in its current form, it will inflict devastating harm on the consumers. Quote, "This is a classic case of government imposing a solution and then looking for a problem," says CASAA president. "The regulations do nothing to address real concerns and instead are a slow-motion ban of the high-quality e-cigarettes that have helped so many smokers quit. The rules would mostly require busy work filing that impose huge costs with little apparent benefit." That's what I was talking about, the big companies and stuff. "The proposed regulations are based on faulty understanding of the science. The FDA has cherry-picked the available evidence," says Phillips, "blindly accepting any assertions that flavors aggressive regulation and ignoring the overwhelming evidence about the harms that these regulations would cause. Although the regulations do not openly ban the refillable devices that are preferred by experienced users, they impose a costly registration and approval process that would effectively eliminate them. Such registrations offer minimal benefits, but ensure that only a few large companies who mass produce small and disposable products will be able to afford the necessary filings. Additionally, while the regulations do not immediately ban the variety of popular flavors for e-cigarette liquids, they do signal an intention to do so in the future." Yeah, it's that same argument that adults don't like flavors. That's total crap. That's total crap. I'm 33. I love all the flavors. That's total crap. And you guys know it too. Let's see. "Our research and others shows that higher quality hardware and appealing flavors are important for smoking cessation." Phillips goes on to say, "Many former smokers report that they were always tempted to go back to smoking while using the smaller devices with imitation tobacco, but they quit smoking for good when they found better hardware and flavors that no longer reminded them of smoking." You guys know we don't do the little e-cigarettes, the Fins, the Blues. That crap don't work. It just doesn't work. We do the larger devices like the Egos and then up through the mods, and that's because they produce a better vapor and they really help people to smoke. I truly believe that, Blue, Fin, Mystic, these guys, they build crappy devices so that you have a bad experience with smoking. with the vaping, so you go back to smoking because, hey, a Newport's never done you wrong, right? And they know it. Don't think that, you know, they think they're putting out a good product. They know that stuff's crap, and you know that the other stuff is good. You know, here's my Magneto right here. I got no desire for a cigarette when I'm rocking one of these. You start forcing me to use a blue or a Fin or something like that, that could change. It's estimated that as many as 1 million American smokers have quit or substantially reduced their smoking thanks to e-cigarettes, and many are already making plans for a black market if these regulations take effect. Those smokers who are using e-cigarettes in transitioning stage could easily return to smoking, and our future potential switchers may never be able to make the transition if the restrictions on high-quality products are imposed. Those who quit smoking due to e-cigarettes, such as fear and impact, if they had been limited to only these products, they would have existed under this regulation. I would probably still be smoking. That was a quote. CASAA is preparing a response. It will point out the flaws in the proposed regulation. It's organizing its members and hundreds of thousands of other e-cigarette users in an attempt to persuade the FDA about the harms this regulation could cause. Should that fail, it plans to fight the regulations in court. We're there. State of Illinois, when they start really having discussions up in Springfield, we'll probably go. We're definitely going to represent, and this is a part of that. You guys need to share this video, repost it. I'll put a link in the description for the actual the press release from CASAA and the 243-page FDA proposal. Again, the one thing you guys need to know, CASAA is a 510 nonprofit, public health membership NGO, so it does not represent the interest of an industry, and the donations are non-tax deductible to charity contribution. Well, the biggest thing we can do to help CASAA is just get the word out. One of the things we're going to start doing here in the shop, we're going to start a video series. I want to get everybody who's like signed our quitters wall, and you know, the folks that have quit. I want you guys to come in if you want to. And we're going to do a video series. It'll go something like this. Like for me, it'd be, hi, I'm Josh Brown, a 17-year smoker, year and a half e-cigarette only vapor. I'm proof. And we're going to do that. We're going to get as many people who'd like to do it. If you come into the shop and you want to get in on that, just let me know. We'll set it up and we'll do it. But we're gonna get as many people to do that as we can. We're going to make that a thing. We'll get that going. But to cut it short, we're already like 7.5 minutes. CASAA's got us, and they're reading it. They're reading these proposals, and they've got strong arguments against what's going on here. So stay up. If you like your vape, it's about time to start fighting for it. But this is a great start. Get the word out on this. Thanks for watching. Give us a like below, subscribe to the channel, and comment. So thanks a lot, guys.